What is going on, my individuals? Drexler here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. Now, in today's world, as we know, everything is so fast-paced. You know, if you're not grinding, if you're not hustling, then you're getting left behind. And whether you go to school, or if you have a job, or if you work for yourself, whatever the case, each day demands a lot out of us. So today I'll be showing you guys some simple, effortless hairstyles that won't take up too much of your time, and that obviously will look great and will never go out of style. This way you don't have to worry about current trends. You can just wake up out of your bed, you know, throw some product in your hair real quick and go on about your day knowing you look great. So I got 17 haircuts right in front of me right here, so let's go ahead and jump into this with number one, and that is the messy textured cut. Now this one's great because it doesn't take too much effort whatsoever. You don't have to visit the barber too often either. You simply just blow dry your hair all forward and then add in some clay to give it texture, and you're good to go. Number two is the short and messy. Now for this one, you simply want to get a nice taper around the sideburns just to keep it clean while keeping the top nice and short, and also just long enough to add in some slight volume and chunky texture. Number three is the messy crew, which is honestly one of my top 3 favorite cuts in today's video actually. It's a simple cut, no fades, no tapers. And by the way, if you want to get that nice, simple, messy texture on top like you see here, a clay product such as ocean clay will help you achieve just that. And since we are on the topic of crew cuts, here's another favorite of mine, the natural crew cut. This one you really don't have to apply product in it. I mean, you can if you want, but really the only thing that you're gonna really need here is a blow dryer to kind of blow dry it a little up and forward. Number 5 is the messy quiff. Now for those of you that have just naturally wavy hair, you'll be perfectly fine, but for those of you with, you know, really straight hair like me, you may want to try a sea salt spray before you blow dry. And this one's great because for any dudes that may be receding or have a high, you know, hairline, this style has got you covered, like literally covered. It's gonna cover those, you know, that high hairline. By the way, we do have a huge 4-day sale going on right now at Shavu.com. So for those of you who are in need of some sea salt spray or a premium high holding clay, now is the time to get your hands on some. Our Ocean Sea Salt Spray not only gives you crazy volume and texture, but it also shields your hair from the heat of the blow dryer, and Ocean Clay works like a hair mask. So not only will it help you achieve any desired hairstyle that you want, but it will also feed your hair with amazing nutrients all day long for a healthier head of hair. All right, now moving on at number 6, we have the finger combed slick back. For this hairstyle, it's perfect because again, you won't have to visit the barbershop too often. You know, there isn't any tapering or fading, which means it doesn't require much keeping up. Number 7 is the messy man bun. Now, like I've previously said in so many videos, if you have long hair, keep it messy. You know, your girl doesn't want you to have more beautiful hair than she does. And so the same goes with a man bun. You know, keep that man bun slightly messy. Number 8 is the short high skin fade. Now, obviously, you're probably gonna have to go to the barbershop a little more often just to keep up with those nice short sides. However, when it comes to the styling process, it shouldn't take you more than like 30 seconds to do. Number 9 is the messy slick back. Back at it with another Robert Pattinson look right here, mainly because this dude is like a freaking hairstyling icon. But anyways, this is his newest cut, and it definitely is an awesome one. The thing that makes this hairstyle so effortless is the fact that it has a lot of flaws, but those flaws are what gives it life. It's what gives it style. Everything about this hairstyle is a little off. However, that's what makes this look just so great in my opinion. All right, now let's go ahead and switch gears here and discuss buzz cuts, because when it comes to effortless style, you're not gonna get much more effortless than this. So number 10, we have the classic buzz cut. Pretty much a look that will look good on anybody as long as you aren't receding too bad. Obviously, you can add a little clay on top to give it some slight texture, as you see here. And number 11, which is very similar, but just a little bit more cleaned up, we have the faded buzz cut with facial hair. Now, if you're gonna go for a fade on your buzz cut, I would highly suggest having some kind of facial hair, just to help balance things out. This is not mandatory, however, it does improve the overall look in my opinion. All right, now next up, number 12, we have the shadow taper with a shaved side part. Now, shaved side parts have been in probably since like the early 1900s, I believe, and it's a cool way to finish off your look with mad style. It's probably a little less popular at the moment, just to be honest with you guys. However, it is a style that will always just, you know, kind of be there. Number 13 is the voluminous textured pump. Now, you may be thinking, You know, this isn't an effortless style, however, I beg to differ. I say it doesn't take much work simply because, you know, all you really need to do for this hairstyle is blow dry your hair upside down, creating that major lift and volume, and then just apply some clay or wax of your choice. And because it's a messy look, it doesn't really matter too much of where it lays. You know, if a hair falls out of place, it's all good, you know? That's what makes this hairstyle complete. Honestly, there's a huge difference between this and these. As you can see, you know, it looks great, these hairstyles, but they're also gonna take a lot of maintenance. Because with hairstyles this perfect, you're gonna have to constantly be worrying about your hair all day long, making sure that it's perfectly in line, and that's just stress that you don't want. Number 14 is the sweep tuck. Like I said, if you have long hair, keep it messy and you'll be doing just fine. Number 15 is the sideburn neck fade. Obviously a pretty simple cut that still gives off that nice clean look. It's a great hairstyle for any dude with black hair that wants to look stylish yet professional at the same time. Number 16 is the military cut. As you can see, a simple yet brilliant cut that is very masculine and very stylish at the same time. Literally, this thing takes barely any effort to style at all. And the last one, number 17, we have the skin fade with messy spikes. A super clean style right here that is gonna give you that, you know, pretty boy look. So if you wanna look great but not really take a huge style risk, this is a great look to go for. So I hope you guys dug today's hairstyles. Please let me know in the comments below which ones were your favorite. Now, of course, we end off every video with a motivational message of the day. So for those of you that are new, this might sound a little weird, but this is, you know, this is how we do. This is how we do here on the Dre Drexler channel. Right now I'm reading a book called Victory Favors the Fearless, and it's about a boxer who deals with fear in the ring. And the one thing that this fighter had to learn is that the more fearless he became, the more sharper and the more dangerous, you know, he became in the ring. And this is simply because the fearful fighter, you know, the fighter who focuses his thoughts on fear, always overthinks and is afraid to rely on his instincts. And so while reading this book, I realized that this is a great thing to apply to life as well. When you start your day off with faith rather than fear, believing that you have the power to go out, to conquer, to overcome and make things go your way, what happens? You get a lot more accomplished and you start becoming really sharp. You start becoming dangerous in that ring, you know, that ring of life. And anything you face, you will be able to face it with faith rather than fear, knowing that you will overcome and conquer. So I hope you guys dug that. If you did, be sure to give this video a nice big thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and be sure to hit that notifications button to be informed when I drop some new content. And I'll see you guys very soon. My name is Dre Drexler. Shaka bra.